And today we'll be learning about the concept of Ethernet local area network. This local area network is said to be of having an affordable priced network where it is said to be easier to buy and it is said to be connecting to multiple workstations at a time. Local area network or Ethernet local area network is nothing but it's a network. Within one network it can get connected to multiple other networks. It was said to be introduced in 1980s. Okay, and need for this local area network is that it had a low cost. It was very less cost. It was said to be affordable. For that reason it was said to be introduced, and it used to connect, like interconnect multiple local workstations and to access local shared resources. Mainly this Ethernet local area network was said to be introduced to access the printers locally, and it can have a storage which is said to be local storage. It can be run, and it is helpful in connecting from one server to another server. For that reason, it was said to be introduced, and then the low cost. Mainly the introduction of this was that it was said to be lower cost and high speed. It used to give a high speed, like communication was said to be present, and it was said to be at a lower rate. It was said to be introduced. The lower rate means for these coaxial cables, it was said to be earlier, it was said to be at lower cost. Okay, and Ethernet standard, it had a high speed wired access to multiple computers. Mainly it had what? High speed wired access means what? Mainly this local area network, it is said to be wired. So when it is said to be a wide area network, it will not be wired because it has to get connected from one local area to another local area to another local area. Means what? It may have a wireless connection also. When it is said to be local area network, it can be either wireless sometimes or it may be wired. Why wired is said to be important is that you have less errors, or you can say the access of data is said to be faster when it is said to be wired. But when it is said to be the wireless, there are a chances of the data may get lost. That is the main disadvantage of the wireless. So for that reason, in the beginning it was mainly introduced as a wired concept. Later it grown up into a wireless concept. This Ethernet local area network. This Ethernet local area network has even a concept of called as NIC. Mainly it is said to be the most important one, where why NIC is being introduced was it's a card. Okay, mainly why NIC was there, it is said to be a card which will get linked to multiple workstations at a time. So the main aspect of this was to introduce a wired concept. Okay, and this wired concept, the NIC, it is said to be having a global unique local address. Okay, the mainly the um, mainly the NIC had a global unique address, and it had a concept of like it can have multiple frames at a time. Okay, it had a unique address, plus it has a coaxial cable. Mainly this coaxial cable, it will help you out in getting connected with multiple frames at a time. If you want to get connected by multiple frames at a time, this coaxial cable is said to be important. Then the NIC listens to medium access frames is nothing but when it is said to be having the NIC card helps in accessing the various frames. Frames are nothing but multiple packets. Packets are nothing but multiple information that it is stored in the packets. Okay, that information, it is said to be having its own address. So these frames are said to be present with the particular addresses, and it will be stored on the NIC, and NIC transfers the data from one station to another station. The NIC mainly when some problem is there, if any collisions are there. Collisions are nothing but when data, multiple data are going through a line, there may be a chances that the one or the other data may get collided with each other. That is said to be the collisions. Okay, so this mainly rectifies it, and if any problem is there, it has to once again run that particular packet. So this is said to be important, that NIC has the most important, it works, it has its own work which is said to be very important when it is transferring the data from one station to another station. So main aspect in the Ethernet a local area network is your medium access control or MAC is nothing but it uses a NIC card which will help you in getting connected from one area to another area. Okay, this is the part of your NIC which is being introduced in the local area network. And next part we will be learning about the concept of internet. internet, where it is said to be used and why it is said to be used. The internet has emerged and it has changed many of the lives of ours. Okay, and even it was said to be introduced through the ARPA. ARPA, you all know, it's nothing but an agency which helps in communicating. Okay, this communication happens through the packet switching, which you have learned in the previous sectors. And even it is said to be like your data, it is said to be transmitted from one area to another area, in even in the format of radio waves. Like your data gets communicated from one area to another area. As I said, it is said to be wireless from one land to another land. When it is said to be getting connected, it should be wireless. Wireless means what? You have the radio waves which are said to be generated. So this radio waves, it will carry your data. Okay, and your each network has its own rules and regulations which are said to be followed, and it will be using different types of technologies. Like topologies also you have learned, like mesh topology, the star topology. All those topologies comes under this technology part. And even this internet has the concept of getting interconnected to multiple networks, so it has to follow multiple rules and regulations. And even internet is called as a network of networks. Okay, so network, you are in the internet part, most important part is when it is said to be getting it connected to another one system to another system, is your mainly the hierarchical address. Hierarchical address is nothing but when it is said to be producing, I need one main address, nothing but the source address. So source address is said to be your hierarchical address. So when that hierarchical address, when you consider, the net ID plus host ID is being considered. Net ID is nothing but which ID I am using when I am accessing the data. So if I am using the Vodafone network, its ID it will be there, and a host ID is nothing but one server. Main server, its ID it will be there. So that is said to be your host ID. So important thing is that, so for example, if you want to send a letter from one area to another area, so you have your own address and the destination address. So before you pass from one area to another area, okay, I have to need your mainly your pin codes, your pin code and the another pin code. So when I want to link it, it is through your pin codes it gets connected, and it moves from one area to another area. And here the network ID, whichever ID is being maintained, that ID links from one area to another area. So if you are moving from one Belgaum to your nearby places, Hubli, or it may be nearby any other places, Dharwad or something, it will be having its own IDs, its own rectifications. When you are moving from one area to another area, it will be maintaining its own address, its own pin code, like that. Here also it maintains your ID in the network also when it is moving from one area to another area. And mainly the routers are the helpful devices which will help you rectify with your data from where I have got the data and where I have to send the data. So where I have to send the data, it will be maintained in the routing tables. Through the distributed algorithm, whichever algorithm we are using, it moves your data from one end to another area through various algorithms it is being used. So this is in the part of the addressing part of routing part. You can see here many examples are there. Net IDs will be there through which it will pass from one area to another area. In between, when I'm moving from one, for example, one state to another state, it may be having one gateway. That gateway, it has to be passed. So when I'm moving from one area to another area, it has its own gateway, and from that area to another area, it has to follow some rules and regulations, that it will be followed through that particular gateway. Okay, so this is the part of addressing part. Next, you move on to a part where it is said to be important that you have to access the data through the concept of transport protocols. How your data get transferred from one area to another area. It processes data, it communicates the data from one area to another. How it processes, it will be helpful with the two types of protocols. One is user datagram protocol. User datagram protocol is nothing but each data which is there, or each block which is there, that information, it has rules and regulations, and when it is being passed, it follows those protocols. Okay, its size, it may be its weight, it may be everything, it will be there in that particular protocol. While transmitting, you have another, when it is said to be your packet moved from one area to another area, There it follows the TCP/IP protocol, nothing but transmission control protocol, which enables your data to move in a stream. So okay, I have 10 packets. That packets, it should move from the particular line. So that is the part in the TCP protocol. Okay. Then in this protocols types, most important things which you have to follow, each data it should be of 32 bits when it is routing. Then your identification, it will be through the IP address. It is in this format. It has like the 8 8 8 and 8. So 4 dots means what? It will be having different 4 blocks. So each block will be having 8 bit ka address. So it will totally become 32. So in that way it will be represented your any of the IP addresses or one of the IP addresses. Mainly this IP addresses, how they are said to be rectified is, for example, easier to remember. And if you want to have that particular data to be remembered, it should be in the hierarchical order. For example, how your name, it will be your name, then it comes your father name, then your surname, like that. Here also it follows with the network with some of the aspects. Here you can see the company name, you have the various communication aspects that is there in the com part. It may be commercial or it may be business oriented. So when it is there, it will be in com part, and which area and which sector. So you have the educational sector, your website, like this. It will be named. And your domain naming system is nothing but the domain naming system. It provides mainly the names of that particular, whichever concept it is there, or the whichever IP address is there. It provides a name for that particular thing, and it provides the address for the thing. Domain naming system, it provides a name for your data. Each and every time it will not be rectified with your own name when you are sending the data. It will be rectified its own with its own name, and it will be having its own address when it is said to be rectified. Okay, like this. Address means what? When it is locating from one area to another area, the address changes. It moves from one end to another end. It will be having its own address, so it will be changing each and every time. That it will be provided by the domain name system. Okay, and main aspects and the applications of the internet are mainly it will be having two protocols which we have. The two protocols are TCP and UDP. UDP is a single block, and TCP is stream of blocks which travel over the line. The TCP has its own protocols. You can see HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, File Transfer Protocol, and the Telnet protocol is there. Whereas UDP, it consists of the domain naming system, which has the name and the address. RTP, Real Time Transfer Protocol. Now real time protocol, that it is there, voice and multimedia, it belongs in the UDP part. This both have to incorporate, and it will be present in the operating system. And the any of the application which is said to be designed, mainly these two are the main aspects to design an internet in the internet applications part. Though, so remember it, when you consider internet has two protocols. One is TCP and the UDP. UDP is a user datagram protocol, which executes block by block the information. Your information, it will be divided into multiple blocks, and it will be following through. TCP, it will be having all the blocks which are said to be combined, and it helps in traveling from one end to another end. Okay. And last part which we'll be learning today is the elements of the computer network protocol. There are various elements in the computer network protocol. One is said to be your So one is said to be your digital transmission. Your data, it will be transmitted digitally in ones and zeros format, and your data, it is transmitted in the format of frames. Like each data, it will be divided into multiple frames, and that frame, it will be having the concept of error control. It controls the errors which are there in the frame, and it has the medium access control, which regulates your sharings, broadcast, how it is being transmitted from one area to another area. And the addresses, it will be having in the computer network from one network to linking to another network. It will be having each workstation having its own address. Each data, it will be having its own address when it is traveling from one end to another end. And the data, it will be moved in the format of packets and distributed. Each data, when it is being moved from one place to another place, the routing table, it will be updated. Means what? Your data is present here, and where to move next, it will be present in the routing tables. Okay, and another part of this elements of computer network architecture is your congestion control. Congestion control is nothing but I want to control my data. It shouldn't be overflowing. It will be moving the data in one by one, so that it will be done in the congestion control. And internetworking, it will help in linking from multiple networks at a time, and it will be helpful even in the segmentation and reassembly. When your data is being there, whole data, it will not be moved at a stretch, it will be moving with a combined state. So it is called as the segmentation. When it is said to be received at the other end, at the destination, it will be reassembled. In between, the order may have changed. The data doesn't move in the same order in the line. It will be changing with its format. So first packet may run in some way, another packet some other time. So it will be not in the same order 1 2 3 4. It will be mixed up 1 3 4 5 2, like that it may be there. So that it will be reassembled in the network when it is reaching to the destination, and it will be having the concept of end-to-end transport protocols. Is nothing but when it is said to be moving from one end to another end, it has to process, it has to execute its data, then move to the next one. So that part is in the end-to-end transport and application to build a transfer message between computer. So when you are said to be moving the data from one end to another end, so when it is receiving at the other end, it should be supported with particular applications. When I'm sending a message application should be there. Video application, that video application should be present at the other end. And each and every network, it will be having its own intelligence. Is nothing but how to work, what to operate, where to move, everything it will be there in the network, and it will rectify your data in any kind of data. It will be rectified and it will be moved from one end to another end. So that part is being there in the network. So you have learned about what is network, what is the types of network, the network concept, what protocols are there in the network, what NIC card, about NIC card you have learned, and the IP addresses formats, the DNS naming system, and the various elements of the computer network architecture that you have learned today. Okay, so in the next concept we'll be dealing with the other concepts which covers in the network part. Okay, thank you.